Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Hey, calm down Chevy, it's okay. North of the Border Stitcher. I'm Sherry, this is Chevy. He's a little freaked out right now. Yeah. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time, thanks for stopping by. I hope you like what you see and that you'll subscribe. If you're returning, hello again, it's good to see you. I'm coming to you from the Great White North. It's minus 16 Celsius right now. It is snowing, but we haven't really gotten a whole lot. Anyway, this is Chevy. He's gotten a lot bigger. He's 8 months old now. He's still all puppy. Today he chewed up a flip-flop, chewed on a pair of sunglasses, tried to eat a doily, and he also tried to eat a bunch of my twine. I did get my other twine wrapped up the other week, but anyway, he is a puppy. I'm going to put him down now because he's just a little bit freaked out. Okay? Okay, Chef. There you go. There you go. Oh. Hi, again. New year. I'm still working on some of those goals, and it's February already. Who can believe that? Tomorrow's Groundhog Day. Hopefully it's going to be a little cloudy here that the groundhog doesn't see a shadow. I come from Pennsylvania, and there's Punxsutawney Phil every year. And there's all kind of other groundhogs, but he's the original, Punxsutawney Phil in Pennsylvania. Anyway, hopefully we don't have 6 more weeks of winter, but it's been really nice up here, so we can't really complain about the weather that we've been getting. It's been beautiful. So, I'm here to talk about anything cross-stitch, quilting, crocheting if I happen to do that, but I don't have any of that going on right now. So, let's just get started. My friend Emma, I bought this from her. She had given me the calendar that I showed you last month. But I like this one. This is a 2-year calendar. And so it's this year, next year. The front of each has a 2-page calendar. It has notes on the left side. I've got all my kids' and grandkids' birthdays, anniversaries in there. And then each week, I didn't start this right at the beginning of January. Each week, it divides it down into days. And over here, it tells you what your priorities are, what you want to do. So, put it in here. I'll show you what February is looking like. Well, in this first page, it's like monthly goals, important dates, must-dos. So, I just kind of have a few things there. Got the birthdays there. So, this is the month at a glance. I use this for my stickers to keep track of my cross-stitch, what I'm working on, what important things I have, hours that I work. I do some respite care for a lady here in town, and right now it's been great. I actually get to sit and work on my cross stitch while she works on her quilting. I mean her knitting. She doesn't quilt, she knits, and we have a very good time. So I keep track of that. Yeah. So I like this. This is March coming up. Got my husband's birthday marked in there. Got my first Tuesday of the month when I do my floss tube. Anyway, so this is how I'm trying to keep track of my life this year and to keep myself organized and know what I work on. So, just wanted to show you that. Okay, as far as new starts, I am doing a Christmas stitch along with Stitchonomy. And you had to sign up in December to get the emails. Every other day they email a little piece of this cute tree. So I'm a little bit behind on this. I don't have the base isn't finished yet either. So there's some cute things. There's mugs and gingerbread men and houses and mittens, and a lot of people on the Facebook page are more personalizing it, and it's been fun to watch what they've been doing. But I'm just doing it the way that it was written, and so not only is this a new start, but it's also one of my, from the 25th to the end of the month, I work on Christmas projects. So I've been working on this, trying to get it caught up. And since I'm already on what I do the 25th to the end of the month, I've also worked on my 12 days of Christmas. I'll show you that. Oops, upside down. So the end of January, I finished my 10 pipers piping, and my 12th row and my 11th row are all done. So now I've been working on my 9 drummers drumming. This pattern does not follow the song until you get down to the 8 maids milking, and then from there on down it's the correct things. Anyway, so I have been working on this from the 25th on, and I'll do that every month. And I have some other Christmas projects that I want to work on this year too, and some of those are my Prairie Schooler Santas. I'm going to do one of those for each of the years that my children were born. I have 7 children. The first 2 were born in 1980 and 1982, and they weren't doing the Prairie School Santas then, so I'm going to do a more recent one for them, you know, in their honor. So that'll be one of the things that I'm going to work on too when my Christmas days come up. So this isn't a new start, but well, those 2 parts are. This is the angel wall hanging. No, it's not a wall hanging. It's a picture like this. And each month, this cross-stitch angel gets a new apron. So I'm not going to display it with all the aprons stuck on. I think this is just so you could see what they are. And I got this from my friend Shirley when I did some Christmas cross-stitch for her. And so I almost have the angel done, but I ran out of, it was Weeks Dye Works sable for her wings. So I'm waiting for that to come. I have that on order from 123 Stitch. I still need to do her facial features and then put her yarn hair on. And then she gets twigs for her arms and for her legs. So, but the angel's pretty well done. And I also started on, and finished, but I haven't turned them into the aprons yet. January was called Snow Time. And so that's the snowman. And February's said love. So I have January and February done. I will be starting on March, probably tomorrow or the next day. March is a beehive with some bees flying around it. And April is bunnies, 1 bunny and 3 carrots. So I've been working on that. I totally enjoy working on that. The kit came with 12 different pieces of linen, and these are all 28 count linens that I'll be doing these on through the year. So, all right, let's get into some of my other whips. Okay. This is, for this year, I am doing Stitchin' Mommy's temperature butterflies. Last year I did the temperature tree. You can find her on Etsy, and this is a PDF download. And so each butterfly represents 1 month in the year. I am doing this on 18 count. It's an off-white Ada with the called for colors that she picks. All right, so this is January. I filled in some of the dates. And then this is February. She has the design 2 ways. You can do like the 1st and the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th. Or she also has it that you can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and do each one that way. But I think she prefers that you get more symmetry and a little more diversity in the colors if you go on both sides of the wings. So that's what I have done so far. I keep track of the temperature every day on AccuWeather. Yes, AccuWeather. And so I'll work on that later. I'll probably still do the outlines of the butterflies over the next couple months. Let's see. Someone's calling me, but I'm not going to answer it. It's either my husband or Shirley. Probably my husband, because it stopped ringing and he knew that I was going to film a video. And this is the second time I've been filming this, because the first time I filmed about for 4 minutes and then it stopped. So another whip that I've been working on is this Blackbird design. It was a freebie from 2002. I was working on this on the first weekend of the month when people were doing Blackbird stitches. And I'm doing this on 14 count Aida that I dyed. And I am using Weeks Dye Works Onyx. I've made a few mistakes on this, but I've persevered and I'm just going to keep working on that. I love alphabet samplers, and the more primitive, the better. So I will keep working on that. So another project that I've been working on this past month is my Phases of the Moon bell pull. This is by tinymodernist. I almost have this finished. I'm doing this as a gift for my granddaughter, Maddie, who turns 17 in a week, but I will see her this summer. So I just plan to get this done before summer. And it's a bell pull. I'm having trouble finding bell pulls. This is 14 count Aida that I dyed myself. And I had a lot more. I didn't gauge my beginning point too well. So up here at the top, I'm running out of room. So I've just been kind of collapsing by one row each phase of the moon to give me a few more extra stitches in there. So I just need to finish the border and do 2 more phases of the moon. One that looks like this and the crescent at the very end. So this is for Maddie. Another project that I've been working on the 25th of the month, as I said before, from the 25th to the end of the month, I'm stitching Christmas projects. That way they aren't just waiting until the end of the year. And that gives me time to work on them. And I have various ones. But I also figured, well, on the 31st, I'm going to work on my Silhowitches. This is my Silhowitches by Teresa Kogut. I had started this back in September as my Silhowitch September stitch. And I'm using it, doing it on 18 count. I'm doing it 1/1. I had dyed this, and I'm using Swamp Water by Weeks Dye Works. And I got everything done except for a square right here. And I ran out of thread. So I finally got some more. Yesterday I worked on this bats. I did the candlestick and this pumpkin up here. So I only have this much more to do. So I'm probably just going to put that in my rotation and finish that in the next couple weeks, just so I can get it framed. I have a black, I painted a frame black to mount that. So hopefully I'll have that done. Otherwise, on the 31st of each month, I'll work on something fall or something Halloween-y, just to use the 31st as a kind of stitch for that, to keep things going. Let's see. Do I have another? No. I have a new start coming up. And this is going to be Love Never Fails by the Primitive Hare. It was a complimentary chart back in 2014. And I am doing this with the Colorado Cross Stitcher. She has a Facebook group that's called Cross Stitch Camp with an exclamation point. I'll put all this down in the bottom. So she is doing a 2022 winter stitch camp. She did one last summer. I wasn't part of that, but I discovered her the other day. And for the month of February, starting today, she wants you to pick any kind of chart that you want, and it's just going to be a one color stitch. So I am using DMC 3328. And I'm doing, you can make it a big project or a small project, and you just work on it during February. And I'm doing it on 25 count Lugana Vintage Smoky White. And so the only rules, it doesn't cost anything. It's free. In order to complete it and be eligible for prizes, I think, at the end, you have to have the stitch completed by the end of February. You don't have to have it finished, just the stitching completed. And anyway, so everybody's supposed to take a picture of either the front cover of whatever chart, unless it's a free chart, then you could take a picture of the chart itself. But otherwise, a picture of the thread, the fabric, and the chart that you want to work on. And so that is Colorado Cross Stitcher. You can go to her her Instagram page or the Facebook page and sign up. And the way that you start and that she keeps track of you is you post your picture at the beginning here on day 1, and then you post a picture when your project is finished at the end of the month. So, and I'll mark all of this down in the comments below. I also looked up WhipGo because I've seen on a lot of floss tubes that people were talking about WhipGo, like hashtag whip, WIP go. And so it's kind of like bingo in that you take a blank 25 numbers. So, what am I trying to say? Anyway, you pick a project and you put it in each of those squares, 1 through 25. And look up WhipGo on YouTube. I'm so sorry. I'm just like, this is the second time I've taped this tonight, and I'm hoping that it all turns out. Anyway, I'm still debating whether or not I want to do it, but you fill in the different squares, and then twice a month, she pulls out 2 of the numbers between 1 and 25. And those are the 2 things that you can work on to finish that month. You can finish things at other times. You can break it down into, like, I just want to stitch like 5 minutes on something, or it can be whatever you want. Like she says, your bingo, your WhipGo, your chart, your rules. So anyway, if you want to look that up and find out a little bit more about WhipGo, you can do that. Let's see. Okay, as far as haul, I did order some more floss from 123 Stitch, like so I can finish my angel. That hasn't come yet. It usually takes at least 2 weeks to get to me from the States. So I will be back to finish my angel once I get that. I did order another chart, another Prairie Schooler Santa from the Colorado Cross Stitcher, but it said that it would let me know when I can come pick it up, but I'm not going to pick it up. I need it to be shipped to me, so I got to get that one fixed. So the only haul I had a little bit of recycled haul, thrift haul. I got this dimensions chart. It is the Serenity Prayer. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. I did not buy it for this saying. I bought this kit because of the linen. It was $6. It says imported linen fabric. There's a needle in it. So this is the piece of fabric, and it is a 25 count raw linen is what it says. So I got it for that, and I even think the needle might be bent. Anyway, I'll recycle the thread that's in there into other projects that I want to finish, but that's a haul, recycled haul. And the only other thing I got was this wool ironing mat from a friend of mine, Lorraine. She had bought 2, and she only needed 1. So I've bought that from her, but I haven't yet opened it and started using it, nor have I paid Lorraine yet. And so Lorraine, if you're watching, I'm going to get that money to you. So, another new start I had this month, this is a quilting start, is this project. It's called Scape Quilt. It's by Thimbleberries. It was the Quilt Club 2003. Okay, I'm only a little bit behind with everybody, but this was so cute. I bought the fabric and put it in one of my project boxes 10 years ago in 2012. So that's how long sometimes it takes me to get around to some of my projects. It was originally a 3-month project. The first month was doing the stars and the sky background. The second month was doing the trees and the snowmen. I did like the the blanket stitch around the snowmen, and then I did their arms and their faces with embroidery. It called for little black buttons, round black buttons, but I had some heart buttons. So he's got dark blue and she's got red, and the little guy's got a mix. And so now that I've that done, these two get sewn together, and then I get to do the outside, the borders. So I don't have a diagonal, but I have a red. Okay, I have more gold because there's gold here, triangles. So that's just more gold, like what's up here in the star. And then I have a red fabric like that for the first border. And then my second border is red with pine on it. And then the outer border is going to be black with green holly leaves and berries. So that's what I'm up to now, is sewing the pieces together and sewing the border together and getting that together. This has been fun. I have enjoyed working on this project. So that's a new start, quilting style. All right, so let's see. Let me talk about, a little more haul that I got, and I brought this home from Pennsylvania. My son and his wife run a company in York, Pennsylvania, and it's called, they're on Facebook, and it's called Red Barn Works. And he has a laser cutter, and so while I was there, he made me these boards. This is called a cow tag. It's 2 boards, actually. It's one with lines on it on top of a little bit bigger board behind it, but I'm just going to use them as 2 different boards. Like, I haven't painted them yet. So these are going to be 2 finishing boards for my cross stitch. And then he also like cut out, because this is called a cow tag, you can put like cow on here. He's also, there were leaves. So I can paint them or not, and then you can just put the leaves or garland the way I want, and put the cows on there. But anyway, so they have a business, and you can contact them on Facebook. Again, it's Red Barn Works, and you can just say, I want what you made for your mom. Anyway, I also had them make me some square cross stitch frames and 2 sized round ones. And these are just 3 pieces. Like, there's the back piece, which holds everything together. There's the outside piece. And then you have this second piece, which you put your stitching on. And you pop that into the first big frame. And this was just a piece of fabric that we had. And you would cut it down, you know, to smaller edges. And you fold all that in. And then you push this back part on. And that kind of just locks everything in there. Right? But of course you wouldn't see this fabric because it'd be on the inside. So anyway, I had to make 2 sizes, like I said, of round ones, and I had to make me some square ones to finish my cross stitch ornaments for Christmas. So I'll link them down below too. I can't tell you the price on them because he didn't charge me, but I know it wouldn't be very much. And these are lovely, laser cut, beautiful pieces. So coming up, I'm going to be doing my Love Never Fails cross stitch. That's for the month of February. And I also want to show you some freebies. Oh, yeah, I'll do the freebies. So if you sign up for Winter Stitch Camp through the Colorado Cross Stitcher, she has a little badge that you can cross stitch. And she had suggested, you know, like putting it on the back of like a project bag that you could just kind of sew it onto the back and have your own little, like a merit badge. So, and then one of the freebies I have is also from Colorado Cross Stitcher. It's called Be My Valentine. And I will link all that below for you. I'm trying to get that circle out of there. There you go. That's one from them. I also have Hands-On Design. This is from 2017. This is a love. You can finish that as a little pillow. There you go. And I just found this on Pinterest. So if you go on Pinterest and just type in Hands-On Design love, it'll come up. And this is just a 45 by 45 stitch, so that'd be a quick one. And then I have a free pattern from Pinker and Pumpkin Quilting. This is called a Love Quilt Star. And I think she just put that out. She does so many free patterns. They're adorable. And I'll link her below too. Because I had a bunch of free things from her that I just want to show you. These are not New Year or Valentine themed, but these are winter themed. So this one I thought was as cute as could be. This is called Winter Jar. And she uses like all DMC flosses. So, and then there's, you know, another thing like that. So, but these are free. So that's the Winter Jar one. This one is called Winter Blessings, Prim Winter Blessings Home. And these are just small stitches. This one's 67 by 63. And because, like I said, I love alphabets, she also put out this Winter Tree Sampler, which is cute. So these would be cute to make up to like put in my dough. I don't have a dough bowl. I've got like a wire basket. So to put in there. And then on Pinker and Pumpkin, they also had a little quilt project that you could put on. And this is called Box of Chocolates. The actual finished size of this little quilt is 8 by 10. So like as big as this paper. And on the one that I've seen, the whole background is white. Like whatever this white square is here, all these other ones are white. And then the red just sticks out. Like because the background's all the same. But you could do it with different colors too. Anyway, these are like 1 1/4 inch squares on rectangles. But I thought, you know, that'd be a cute little thing to stitch up for like a mug rug or just, you know, well, something. So those are my freebies. I will mention them all down at the bottom. Let's see. Oh, yeah, did all that. So the other thing that I'm going to start this month, there's one of my Flosstube friends had told me that she has this kit also. She just sent me a picture. She had already started hers. She's a newer stitcher, but this is called Scenic Farm. This was one of my I got it on Facebook Marketplace, I think, from somebody, like the whole kit. And it's like 5.5 by 18. That's the frame size without a mat. So the fabric, they want you to stitch it on a 22 by 9.5 piece of fabric. Anyway, so it's going to be sewn on 18 count antique white. And I also had all the floss colors in there. So I'm going to start that this month because it is still winter. And there's snow on those buildings. So I wanted to, you know, work on this for winter. So that's something new that's going to be coming up. So that's pretty much what I've been doing. I've been trying to paint a couple bathrooms, but they haven't gotten painted yet. I've cleaned off my laundry room counters so that I can finish painting the wood in my laundry room as well. We've been busy with Chevy. We take him for walks every day. He loves going for a walk, and he just gets so excited. And then there's my friend Lorraine that I got the wool pad from, or the mat. She has a dog too, and so Chevy likes to go over there and play with her dog Chloe. And so if I say, do you want to go see Chloe? Oh my, he gets so excited. So I think that's his girlfriend. Anyway, so that's what I've been working on. February is a shorter month, so I'm working on some love projects, maybe a couple of those little freebies that I showed you. I might stitch up really quick. Finish my wall hanging. Probably start my scenic farm. Get some more projects done around the house. So I hope that February is a good month for you, that you feel all the love from your family, from your friends, that you get to share your love of stitching, and I will see you next month. That'll be Tuesday, March 1st. So happy stitching. Have a great month.